Howdy do you? This is John, and today we are talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in The Mandalorian and Grogu, it deals with the Mandalorian Din Djarin, who is tasked with finding Rada the Hutt, a Hutt that was allegedly kidnapped, in order to get this piece of information needed for the New Republic. However, bad things happen, mission goes awry, we have a movie. Now, to get things started, first and foremost, I'm going to talk about what I liked about the movie. And, first and foremost, the music's real good. Ludwig Göransson, who made the music for the Mandalorian TV show, came back to do the music for this movie. And, anyone who's heard his scores for the TV show knows it's really good, especially that theme. And this movie's no different. Now, I will admit, it's not Göransson's best work. I don't see him going for an Oscar for this movie. But, he did do a good job on this movie, creating the music. He seemed to kind of be like the guy that did the most mouth work on this film. Another thing worth noting is Jon Favreau's direction. I do think he is a good director. In fact, I think he's a better director than he is writer by a lot. But I do think that, the atmosphere he was going for was very fitting for this movie. Its tone, its style. Again, it's fitting for this movie and for the story that they were creating for it. I also think that the acting's good in this movie. Now, I will say that I do think some actors in this film are playing characters that are below their pay grade and, would be best for lesser known actors. But also at the same time, they are good in their performances, including Pedro Pascal, who plays Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. That being said, the writing in this movie is very poor. The movie was written by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and this other person, I don't remember his name, but did feel like there's too many chefs in the kitchen when it comes to the writing of this movie, because it kind of felt like two different movies. The first half felt like this one movie, and the second half felt like a completely different movie. They did not feel like connected stories at all. On top of that, the actual story itself, or stories themselves, it's just not that interesting. There's this one particular section in the movie, there's a whole lot of nothing going on. And you're just sitting there going, why does this matter? There's also a lot of unnecessary humor in the movie, this unnecessary MCU style humor that Disney loves nowadays for some reason. Not kidding, there were plenty of stupid jokes that just ruined the tone of the movie, and at the same time were just not very funny. I'm sorry, but when you add humor into things, you're supposed to make sure that it doesn't compromise the tone at all. I'm not saying, don't add humor at all. That's stupid. But when you do add humor, make it, so that it's not compromising the tone of the movie at all. And also from a visual standpoint, this isn't exactly very, very appealing movie to look at, and also some of the special effects look like something out of a video game. And it's also worth noting that when it comes to the combat in the film, it's kind of hard to see action and be excited when there's so many flashing lights that blinds you and you can't actually see what the heck is going on. Not kidding, laser blast would happen, it hit something, big explosion. You can't see anything at all. Now, Jon Favreau, I know you're better than that. So in conclusion, The Mandalorian and Grogu, I wasn't expecting much. However, at the same time, I know, the guys making it were talented, so I wasn't expecting a disaster. And it's more or less why I was expecting it to be a disappointing movie that at the same time isn't exactly a disaster. Is it good? No. It has some redeeming qualities, though. Like I said, the music is real dang good. Performances were fine. It had the right tone and vibe, but at the same time, the narrative was not strong, and it felt like, two different movies instead of one. Visually speaking, it's not a good looking movie. The combat, you could hardly see anything because flashing lights from blasters and explosions. And all in all, I did not enjoy this movie. It's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not good. I'm going to give The Mandalorian and Grogu a 4. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please don't forget I have a secondary channel where I do gaming content. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Podetsky will return.